Hey guys, today I thought it would be a good idea to start on our first crochet lesson. So I'm going to walk you through tying a slip knot and doing the chain stitch. I am using this Hue Plus Me Chunky Wool Blend yarn from Two of Wands, and I am using a size K crochet hook. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is tie your slip knot. It's not hard, but every video you'll see they do it differently. All of those ways will work. Some of them just seem to have a lot of extra steps. This is how I do it. Okay, you take your yarn and you make a loop with your short end up here on top. And then you reach through that loop and grab the end that's connected to your yarn and just pull it through that loop until it closes. That's a slip knot. And then you can put your hook in it and tighten it up. But don't do too tight. You want it to be able to move in there nice and loose. So about like that. It needs to be able to move. Okay, so the first thing you do is you need to get this yarn over your hook and pull that through your hoop, the loop on your hook. Now, some people will say you have to put the yarn over this way, called the yarn over, and that's fine. And that actually, there's some stitches you do have to yarn over, but I've always just done it under for chaining, and it works just fine. You do it however you're comfortable, whether you put the yarn over this way or over the top. However it feels best to you. Like I said, there are some stitches where you have to yarn over or it won't work quite right. You also don't have to hold it the same way I do. I don't. I hold it kind of weird. So you need to, that's one of the toughest things about learning, is finding which way is the most comfortable for you. And that's all the chain is. You're putting the yarn over your hook and you're pulling it through. You've noticed I kind of use my thumb there. I find it helpful to kind of hold the yarn, make a gap in between them with your thumb so that you can really get that hook in there to hook that first piece and get it through here. Because if you don't, and you just have it down here, it's kind of hard to get it in there. I've seen experienced people be able to do it just fine, but if you're new, that can be tricky. So take your time with it. It is real easy once you get the hang of it, but it can be tricky at first because it just doesn't feel natural in your hands yet. But keep trying and you'll get there. And make sure you want to get to the point in your practice where if you hold your chain out like this, all of your stitches look about the same. You don't have some that are real tight and some that are real loose. And you want it to mostly be, you don't want it to be all twisted up, because that's going to be hard for you to work into. Because when you get to the next level, when you've chained the amount of stitches that you need, you're going to be working into these loops along here. And that's going to be really tough for you if your chain doesn't look quite, if it's not quite right yet. So practice a lot. When I was a beginner, I would just chain for hours, and I would end up using up whole skeins on just miles of chain. But mostly for me, I was too scared to move on. I didn't think I'd be able to do the more harder stitches that came later. So I was about 8 and I would just chain for hours and hours and hours. So that's the chain stitch. That's really all there is to it. It's very basic. But get the feel for it. That's the hardest part about the chain, is when you're new and you're learning and you're trying to get it comfortable in your hands. Keep practicing, and I will see you back here for lesson 2, and we will learn the single crochet stitch. Keep going, keep practicing your chains, because we're going to be using them in the next video. Have a good one.